Hey, everybody. Welcome to Versus episode 14, I think. I've just, I made the mistake. We just went through 5 Tooth Fairy movies. And normally, I would say in normal Hollywood circles, when a director directs 5 installments of a series, they see no need to replace the director. That's James Cameron level shit, right? Oh, by the way, I'm John Moore, and that's Will Cohen. Louisa Warren directed all 5 of those Tooth Fairy movies and rebooted the thing herself. And then but she was not done there. On the side, she did another mini franchise about demonic plastic surgeons. But before I play this trailer, which I'm sure is awesome, Will, how you doing today?
If I look more disheveled than typical, it's because I spent a good 30 minutes after watching this film screaming into a pillow. To call these things movies is almost an insult to the medium itself. And the only thing that Louisa Warren should be directing is the activities in hell.
Yeah,
like
she's a menace to society. This is Dr. Carver. Will told me the European title is Conjuring the Plastic Surgeon. I guess I like Dr. Carver better. Whatever.
You have been picked as a lucky winner of free cosmetic surgery. Congratulations, Miss Chambers. We will see you for your consultation tonight.
Tanya, people don't just give out free plastic surgery.
I want my nose fixed more than anything. I'm getting it done.
Welcome, girls. Congratulations to all of you. You have been selected for a once-in-a-lifetime plastic surgery. Take the liquids in front of you and drink it.
What do you wish to change?
Look, I think we've just got to remember that it's free, right?
If you do decide to back out, that's fine.
Dan, I want this done for me, and then I could look perfect. Did you ever feel like you're being watched here? Something doesn't feel right.
Is this normal? Surgeon awaits you.
Please don't do this.
She's a menace to society. I want to start with a little thing. I didn't really plan on doing this, but I realized there's like a huge thing. This is the box art to Dr. Carver. That's a guy. That's like Norman Reedus. That's a guy. I don't understand why this is not like, this is shit you get on Fiverr. Like you spent $5 on this. Why couldn't you make it a woman? In the movie, it's a woman.
You assume that anyone gave any kind of shit about continuity. They don't care.
They don't even have continuity from the concept art to the movie.
Yeah. First of all, like, that box art is terrible for several reasons. First, it feels like it's trying to rip off Smile, which is a vastly better movie to begin with. And second, it makes it seem like the Doctor is going to be a bigger part of the movie. And really, overall, they're not. The titular villain doesn't feel like a presence in this movie very much.
And
that's very odd.
Dr. Carver. It's got like Balthamore. It's a demon.
Elphegor?
Like,
well, and this is why I think that remember this, like I pointed out before the video, this is if you look on if you Google this title in Europe, this is not called Dr. Carver. It is called Conjuring the Plastic Surgeon. And so that's the reason why they're not called Dr. Carver. And when we get to the sequel, they drop the Dr. Carver moniker completely. But why they had it here still doesn't make a lot of sense unless Carver is not meant to be like the last name, but Cutting Carver, which
Sure.
is far more clever than this movie deserves.
Let's get into the movie itself. We got a cold open where Daniel Scott, veteran of these movies, and like I think I'm getting like jaded to the point where I'm like I'm starting to find her attractive, so I think something's wrong with me, because I didn't used to feel that way, and now I'm like, wow, she's pretty. So she's in this movie. She is I'm just gonna gloss over, but because they throw a ton of plot at you randomly in this movie. But in the beginning of the movie, she's just like a nurse / assistant to this demonic plastic surgeon. And they're giving this girl like a face mask that melts her face.
That's steaming. It's a steam. It's one of those typical typical moisturizing masks that you put on for a facial, but this one is hot and steaming. They clearly like put it in sulfuric acid, but they're touching with their bare hands and putting it on this woman's face, and it's clearly burning her, but they're keeping it on. They're like forcing it on her face still, and so like when they pull it off, it's melting.
And they used up the entire effects budget on that. It was done. Like 2 minutes in the movie, the entire effects budget's done.
So there's one thing you did skip over already that I have to bring up because it makes this film somehow even more asinine. The intro itself. The intro is easily the most bonkers fucking thing humanly possible.
Right. Yeah, I'll put that here.
This fucking wannabe monsters intro that has nothing to do with the goddamn movie, where you see all the girls like flashing like what they're about to have done or what they actually have done to them, but with like blood all over their faces and shit, but joyously dancing. It's like if it would have taken itself like that level of camp the entire time, I think it would have earned the Munsters camp intro.
That's
but
weird that they did that, because the movie there's no other like humor, and it becomes typical ITN world where it's like there's no, it's like that intro was put in there by accident. It seems like it's like B-roll footage. Like, come on, ladies, it's a rap party. Let's play around with the effects, and there's like splattering blood on each other.
This is something you do at a goth bachelorette party. This is not something you do for a fucking movie like this. Sorry.
Maybe it was. Who knows? All right, anyway, then we get our main character, Tanya, and she wants to be a model, but they drive home that she's 24, and that's apparently ancient for models. She wants a nose. Nothing's wrong with her nose, really. But she's convinced she needs a nose job because like this creepy photographer basically.
You'll know why you're not a big star yet.
Why?
It's because of this.
He negs her a lot, and then he sleeps with her. And then Will, I'm not gonna take it away from you, Will. Go ahead.
And from there, like interspersed with this just ugly, disturbingly bad sex scene.
Put that right here. The sex scene is hysterical. I'm putting that unintentionally right here. Put that right here.
They cut to her, they cut to Tanya, like crying and like essentially like, in the field position doing the rape shower. Which is very my heart goes out to Tanya at that point, because that's exactly what I do every single time I watch a Louisa Warren film. And not only that, after we see all of this, she has an argument with her boyfriend about, oh no, your nose is perfect. My nose isn't perfect. My nose is perfect. I'm gonna get a nose job. Blah blah blah.
I'm getting my nose done.
I'm sorry, since when have you had an issue with your fucking nose?
Since all my life. It's too big. I want it a little bit smaller.
Where the hell is this coming from?
And then somehow she decides to go on to the internet, and she gets this. She watches this guy who reviews models.
It's
Like
the guy from it's the vlogger they get for every movie. And
Yeah.
now he's reviewing models.
This is coming from Croydon, England. We have Tanya Chambers, who's 24 years old. She submitted her recent photo shoot, from Stable Days Horse publication. Let me tell you, she's a horse girl at heart. And the face, oof, the face.
Which, when you look at him, he shouldn't be like reviewing anything other than like B-roll from Transylvania. And he is like
He should be
easily
reviewing like the new Fruit by the Foot flavors or something. That's what he looks like he should be reviewing.
Yeah, like this dude has like just this ugly like red fro with a hat on top. He's just like the most punchable face humanly possible, like the most average looking dude, and somehow he gets to have a say about what models look like, and he is just harping on her schnoz and saying that she looks like a horse and making horse puns and making bad horse impressions. And it's like,
meanwhile, Chelsea Greenwood is pretty. Like she's not.
Yes,
her nose is not big, and she's pretty.
like her nose is no bigger than mine. And my nose is fine. Okay. I mean, yes, I'm a Jew, but this is still fine.
Will had a modeling career.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
so
still,
yeah. So then eventually, she goes in for this. She wants the nose job. Lo and behold, there's free plastic surgery for her and a bunch of other people.
You applied for a consultation?
I did.
What is it you would like done?
My nose, I would like a nose job.
I have some exciting news. You have been picked as a lucky winner of free cosmetic surgery.
Fast forward, throwing in some plot. Apparently, Daniel Scott's character is in the midst of this demon plastic surgeon has to claim 7 souls to resurrect her twin sister who was killed in an accident where they were going to get plastic surgery. That's right?
Brenda Mountview, sister to Alexa Mountview. Brenda Mountview died in 2009. She attended a plastic surgeon due to a car crash she was involved in. Her face was deformed for many years, and she wanted to have the perfect look. Her sister, Alexa Mountview, booked the surgery, and both were due to have work done to correct their faces from the car crash, but...
That's right. And here's red flag number 1 that all 4 of these girls just failed to realize. Daniel Scott, as this nurse, clearly had a lot of work done, and it's all shitty work. And so if your nurse is like 2 steps away from looking like the dude from Saw, why the hell are you still in that house?
Fair enough. And also the fact that they need to do like a seance.
Tonya, please join us.
And drink a potion. And then they actually, the thing that boggles my goddamn mind is all 4 of the girls go into a room where they see, or at least encounter the plastic surgeon, who is a deformed, melty woman.
What do you wish to change?
My nose?
The room turns red. They're acknowledging that the room is turning red. And they're still not doing anything. It's like, okay, we have encountered some dumb fucking characters in our time doing this. Like, we've been doing this for, like, what, 14 weeks now? This is our 14th week.
These are probably the dumbest crew of characters. Like, they ignore the most shit.
Like, I know, like, yeah. Like, I now apologize to, like, everyone from, like Sky Monster and, like, Medusa 2 and all these things. Like, if I can't complain about those characters being stupid because they were just blind. They're just ignorant. These people see the signs. Like, they are ace of base right now. They are seeing the signs, but it is not opening their eyes. This is terrible.
It's a commentary on how willing women are to change their bodies. And the women we got here, we got Belle, who is one of the sisters from the Amityville Scarecrow. She wants Botox. We got, what's the other girl's name here? Dina. She's the South African girl from Dinosaur Hotel 2. We all love her. She wants to get lipo. And then Pepper, who's Sophia Lacey, who's in like every movie. And she wants to get a boob job because I think she basically like flat out says she's a porn star, like, or an adult model at one point in the movie. And she needs to get her boobs done. And of course, Tanya, our main character, is getting a nose job. Now, none of the characters like die right away. Like they all have like, they all get like tortured via going in to get their treatment. And the first one to go in is Belle, who's getting Botox. And basically this scene is just the doctor just keeps injecting her over and over and over again with Botox.
Look, I can really feel it burning. Ow! Stop!
I'm making a point of that because when they do the close-up, they clearly have like a piece of fake skin that they're injecting. But they couldn't afford to get two pieces of fake skin because later on in the movie, when they do the liposuction scene, they use the same piece of skin where you already see the needle injections from the Botox scene are still in the skin.
Time to cut some calories.
Like they couldn't even like I would have been okay if you just reused the footage, but no, you just used the same prop with the needle punctures already in it. Like, give me a fucking break. Anyway, so Botox happens, whatever. Then the lipo happens, and it's just like the girl screaming, and then the doctor throwing like custard in a bowl. And there's more screaming and custard thrown in a bowl, and it goes on and on like that.
And then somehow she's like puking up black shit.
Yeah,
like,
why not?
Yeah. It's like, okay, I understand this is supposed to be scary. Like
it's scary for me in a whole different way. I'm scared for women who want to act in these movies. I'm scared for them in real life. I'm scared for them.
Like, does Louisa Warren just hate women? Because every single time like she directs women, they are just tortured, they're beaten. It's like they're treated so much worse than all the men characters are in her movies. It's like, oh, Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Well, let's move on, because then Pepper, the great name Pepper, she needs a boob job. So they pull her shirt up to here, and you see like her under boob, and then there's like cutting, and then she pulls out an implant, and yeah, you don't really. There's no good effects. It's just a lot of like flailing and red and flailing and like red marker shit.
Please stop! Oh, please.
Okay, fast forward. Then Tanya goes, and her nose job is just she gets hit. It's like a throwback to the Tooth Fairy, because she gets hit in the face with a ball peen hammer twice, and then we fade. And we come to like the whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Sawyer family dinner scene, where now all the women that got surgery are seated around a table, and Danielle Scott's character Alexa is there, and she reveals like she needs to capture 7 souls. So we have the girl from the cold open, these 4. Wait, that's only 5. That's only 5 people. They just throw a throwaway line. Yeah, we killed 2 other people before this movie started. Like, oh, okay.
And 3 others that came before you.
There were more.
My dear, you cannot control yourself, can you?
You couldn't like just bring in 2 randos and have death scenes. Like, I don't understand that at all.
Like you couldn't have like the okay. I almost said script supervisor, but when watching these movies, there clearly isn't one. But you couldn't have like cameraman B, like put it, just like slap a wig on the dude and just like, you couldn't have that. You couldn't have the assistant director, slap a wig on then go. You couldn't have that. You have people behind the fucking camera, at your disposal.
Just kill them on screen. You got plenty of great shitty effects. I left something out.
You don't even need to kill them, John. Just have the bodies.
That's true. But I left out the important subplot of the movie. While this, again, it's like an 80 to 90 minute movie, and it drags on forever. But while these women are just like having conversations about having plastic surgery, it cuts back to the boyfriend and the agent, and they're like doing research online, and they discover, this is the best. They discover that something's up. Like, they need to save Tanya. But the agent's like, I need my beauty sleep. Let's go in the morning. What kind of emergency is this then?
I've got you. Let's go. But tomorrow, this girl needs her beauty sleep. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Like, you just discovered she's in like a death trap, and you're like, you know what? Let's sleep on it. And the boyfriend agrees. Like, yeah, we'll go in the morning. Anyway, and then so it cuts back and forth them a bunch of times. But then while they're finally going to kill these girls, and they do slit one girl's throat. But again, like in every other Jagged Edge, ITN, Champ Dog, Dark Abyss movie, the antagonists never secure anybody. They just get out of their restraints.
Again. Help me, please.
And then there's a chase. And I think this is the same house from Tooth Fairy: The Last Extraction, because it has like that diagonal staircase right by the front door.
Yeah.
Just another Easter egg for all you connoisseurs of Louisa Warren movies. So then they kill the one girl.
How much you want to bet that that's actually her real life house?
It probably is her house. You're right. It probably is her house. Then there's also a funny scene where like the girl that got the breast implants, and they were silicone implants, or at least they were like, and whatever, because you see them. But now her breasts are large, but they're down here. They're like gut breasts. And the doctor pops them like balloons, which would not happen to silicone breasts. But I digress. That's just another thing Louisa Warren doesn't know anything about. But then the girl who got the Botox and our main character run, and they're hiding. And then Alexa comes up and kicks her 4 times to death. She kicks her to death. And then, but Tanya's hiding like literally 5 feet away behind the bed. And she's like, where's that other bitch?
Where's that other little bitch?
Which is a, unintentional comedy. And that's the last time we see Alexa. Now, remember, Alexa has summoned this demon and needs to help the demon collect 7 souls. And we're up to, by my count, that I think they're down to there's 6 because they've killed 6 people. So all she's got to do is find Tanya and kill her. But now the doctor is the only antagonist around. Alexa just vanishes. The agent and the boyfriend show up. The doctor's like fucking everybody, like beating the shit out of everybody. But doesn't manage to kill anybody. And then the agent just pieces out. Like for no reason. She's like, I'm fucking out of here. And she strands the boyfriend and Tanya in the house. The boyfriend volunteers to die. But then Tanya gets a mirror and shows the doctor herself in the mirror. There's no mention that this is how you beat her.
Right.
She just shows her, and Alexa's in the house somewhere, but Alexa allows the good guys to just like literally hold a mirror on this person for like a long ass time because it takes a while for her to catch on fire.
Well, right. Well, before all of that happens, the mirror shatters because, of course, it has to shatter.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, it actually shatters into like 6 or 7 like almost perfect like triangle shards. So symbolism, I think. I don't know. And then you see the doctor writhe in pain and catch on fire, and then all of a sudden they just disappear.
Yeah, and then I guess they get away. I think they just walk out of the house.
Right.
Alexa's still nowhere to be seen. Not like you motherfuckers ruined my shit. Like I'll never get my sister back. And then at the end of the movie, Alexa's just like
holding the mirror, like fingering the mirror, and then roll credits.
Yeah, calm as can be, like, and then the credits roll. Like I don't even. I'm at a loss for. I have no fucking idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, let's talk about a drink. I got it right here for you.
Just thinking about this movie, I definitely want to drink. And shout out to primermagazine.com for this week's drink. Called the Doctor's Orders. Let's shoot down to the recipe. So it's starting for 1 single serving, it says. You do 2 shots of orange juice, 1 ounce or 1 shot of amaretto, just a little under a shot of gold rum, and then a quarter of a shot or a quarter of an ounce of cherry brandy, quarter of an ounce of, it says real grenadine. I'm sure the bottled grenadine is just as
Rose's grenadine is fine by me.
Right, exactly. And then it says 1 lime wedge, 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. I have no idea what the fuck that is. Peychaud is just the brand, or just like shoot any kind of bitters in there. And then you top it off with sparkling wine.
All right. And when would we drink this drink, Will?
Anytime anytime someone mentions any plastic surgery when nothing is fucking wrong with them.
I would say anytime any character literally sees the plastic surgeon demon and doesn't react like it's a fucking demon, take a drink.
Anytime that podcaster says the word horse,
Oh, that 1 minute you're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, that's anytime the lights change, like the lighting changes for no reason. Take a drink, and that'll be that. You'll be fine. If you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group Why We Love Horror. Go to the TikTok down there, WWL Horror. All kinds of fun stuff. It's Monday. You're watching this. This is Versus. Wednesday, special editions. Thursday is Why We Love Horror. Friday is Why We Love Horror Trivia. Man, thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate your patronage.